A Czech court has ruled a Russian man who faces charges of hacking computers at American companies can be extradited either to the U.S. or Russia. Czech authorities arrested Yevgeny Nikulin in Prague last October after Interpol issued an international warrant. He's accused of hacking computers and stealing information from LinkedIn, Dropbox, and other companies. The 28-year-old has denied wrongdoing. Now, that story just adds on to Yahoo, Sony, Russia, and more recently, the WannaCry ransomware attacks. Cybersecurity and hacking are constantly in the headlines. Now, cybersecurity is a big part of Robert Herjavec's business. The Shark Tank and former Dragon's Den star is here to tell us all about it. Thank you for coming in to join us today. Nice to have you here. Now, when you heard about this WannaCry ransomware attack, what crossed your mind?
Gosh, I hope our customers are okay, and they were, thank goodness. But, you know, I think we see a lot of these kind of attacks all the time, and some of them get a lot of publicity. And what we've learned from WannaCry virus is it was easy to exploit. It was easy, in this case, to turn off, but there's more of that coming. It's just the tip of the iceberg.
How many people do you think were victimized where they actually paid a ransom?
Well, the funny thing is I think millions of people paid the ransom, and a lot of them are hospitals or older archaic systems. The challenge today is everything is connected to the internet.
Yep.
Everything. You have a phone, doctors have tablets, but most hospitals have old archaic systems, and they connect those systems to the new technology. And as soon as they do that, it's all at risk. In the UK, they couldn't do operations. They had to cancel life-saving operations because of the ransomware. So it's very tempting to pay it. You think, oh, it's only $300 or $1,000. But the problem is if you pay it, you might have to pay it again.
The thing is, when we think about cybersecurity, cyber hacking, we're worried about money. Financial data, we think, is the most vulnerable. But you're very, very concerned, especially about healthcare data. Why so?
We are. You know, when I started the Herjavec Group in 2003, we were doing $400,000 a year. It took us 5 years to get to $5 million. We got to $100 million in the next 5, and then $200 million in the next 3. Back then, people broke into networks for financial gain. Today, we worry about state-sponsored terrorism. That guy being arrested is an anomaly. That never happens. It's usually governments using data against individuals, cyber warfare, that type of stuff. But the problem with medical records is it's very easy to replicate. If I stole your credit card today, you could get a new one tomorrow afternoon or this afternoon. But if I took your medical records, it would be very difficult for you to issue a claim, go to a hospital. And so the value of a medical record is fundamentally higher than it is for a financial record.
Only last week, a Canadian man, a young guy from Toronto, was in court in connection with the...
His mom said he didn't do it.
His mom says
his mom would never lie.
Of course. Our moms speak very kindly of you and me as well. But he was accused in the Yahoo hack. What do you think was happening there?
You know, we don't have all the data there. It's pretty rare nowadays that somebody breaks into a large network. It's very sophisticated that they do it just to show off or get that kind of notoriety. We don't have a lot of that data, but it's pretty rare somebody does that anymore. In the past, people used to. Now it's a lot of data as a weapon where you have governments and foreign terrorist organizations breaking in. And typically, people are breached for months before they even know it.
Now, I can't have you here without asking about some of your buddies from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Leary ran for the Tory leadership for a bit there and then dropped out of the race.
I still think he's going to... Oh, sorry. It's over.
Too late. The race is over. But on the U.S. side, Mark Cuban is also very vocal. He's also mused about running for president. Do you think he will?
You know, he may. Mark is a great guy, and I think he has a great foundation for business. I think what we've learned is running a large business empire is not the same as running a government. But Mark's heart is in the right place, and, you know, 2020 isn't that far away.
Would you consider politics at all?
Not in a million years. You know, it's funny. All my friends that are in politics really did the goodness of their heart. They did it for all the right reasons, the altruistic reasons. And for me, it's the greatest form of service back to your country. And I'm just too business-oriented and trying to build our company. I don't think I could do it.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we should mention that Robert's website is herjavecgroup.com. He's also on Twitter at Robert Herjavec.